Hello everyone, my name is S Comic Maker and welcome back to another episode of Free Draw Friday. So Inktober is finally over, and while I had a lot of fun working on all that art, it is nice to get back to doing some longer drawings or drawings that I spend more time on. Some Inktober drawings I did spend a good chunk of time on, but some of the days I just didn't have time to do anything large or elaborate, so it's nice to get back to some of this stuff. So this week, I had to do it. I had to draw some Deltarune. For those of you who don't know, if I haven't mentioned it in another video, my husband is obsessed with Undertale. Now, he has for a long time had a hard time finishing video games, but Undertale was a game that from start to finish he loved, and he was pretty hooked on it for the past couple years, and he hasn't found a game that he's loved quite as much since. So on Halloween, when Deltarune was announced by Toby Fox and they released the first chapter, you can imagine he started playing it immediately. So I knew the moment that game came out that I was going to be drawing something Deltarune related. Not just for the sake that it's popular, but because it's also an awesome game, and because, well, I also wanted to draw some stuff for my husband. So the first drawing that we're going to do for Deltarune is Ralsei. Oh no, Arthur. I don't know if you can hear that, but my dog is crying again. Come here. Thank you. I'm not sure exactly how Ralsei's name is said. I think it's Ralsei or Ralsei. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I tried to do something that was almost like a playing card that's got two sides to it. One that shows him when you first meet him in the game, where his face is all cast in shadow, and then later on, which is kind of spoilerific. So, well, it's not really a spoiler, is it? You just see what he looks like. It doesn't really change the gameplay or anything like that. And if you look up anything that's Deltarune online, you're gonna see images like this. So anyway, the first one that we're doing is Ralsei. Eventually I hope to do Chris and Susie, but those will obviously be separate videos. But for these, I had to do a lot more planning, and now they might be simple images, but they do take a lot more planning to do something like this, because you have to make sure that it's balanced throughout, especially with the scarf going down to both characters, and that they both are kind of relatively the same size. The shadow version of Ralsei kind of, is going to be taller because of the hat, but, you want them to be relatively the same size just so that they have the same kind of weight on both sides. So as you saw, I drew this first, or sketched it out at least in red pencil. And then I took a regular pencil and I went back over it to make sure that I kind of had the details that I wanted in it. And then I used my light box, which I haven't used in a long while on this channel, probably not since like my second or third video, to go over and do official line art for it. And for the line art for this, I just used regular Crayola colored pencils. Crayola is the bomb deity. I'm sure that if you're interested in any type of art supplies, you've seen videos where they compare high quality colored pencils to low quality ones, and while obviously Crayola is pretty inexpensive and you can get it at a lot of places, it's actually a really great colored pencil, and I love using them. Their colors are super bright and I like them a lot. And then after going over everything in colored pencil and some areas where I did a micron pen, then of course we went back into it with some Copic markers. So obviously this might have been a little bit easier to figure out if I was doing this digitally, because you can edit and adjust and widen and crop and squish and pull different areas to kind of figure out how exactly you're gonna make something like this. But you guys might have figured out I'm not that strong digitally yet. I've learned a lot just from starting this channel and doing my own thumbnails and all that stuff. So I'm still learning a little bit on how to correctly use digital, but I don't know, I like traditional. I feel like I have more control over what I do when I work traditional. But anyway, that's the steps that I did this. If you haven't played Deltarune. It's free. You should totally go check it out. It's awesome. If you're a fan of Undertale, you will definitely like this. The music is just, it's just so good. But that's it for me this week. I should be doing some more Deltarune art soon, so thanks so much for watching, and I hope that we can draw together again soon. Bye, guys.